Okay, I'm just going to do some live brainstorming here. I've got this. I signed up for this YouTube course, Master YouTube by Matt Diavella. It's all right. I mean, I guess I shouldn't, make a judgment yet because I'm doing it, but it's so like wholesome and positive that it makes me skeptical. It's just too, I don't know, mass market, It's but that doesn't mean I'm too good for it, even though I want it to mean that. I'm not. It is good in the sense that it is making me write some shit down, and actually think about what I'm trying to do here. And it's so funny because there's a section where it's like you're trying to define kind of who you are and what your channel is going to be. And it says, highlight or circle the three words that best describe you and the channel you want to create. And then there's this big page of words here. Starting with the A's: accessible, accountable, adaptive, admirable, adventurous, alluring, altruistic, amazing, blah, 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 blah. There's a lot of stuff here. And I circled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Let's just go with I probably circled 50. And that's a problem because I'm not focused. I'm just not focused. And what I do when I'm not focused is just other stuff, like rearrange my office and shoot, test videos perpetually. So I was, thinking about these different things that I wrote down here. So here's another one of the exercises where come up with 3 to 5 of your own content pillars. These are what your whole channel is built upon. I just didn't even know what to write. I'm like, okay, this paleo perspective, this idea where I want to kind of look at things through an evolutionary lens, or Stone Age self-development, stories about discovery, mindset, emotional development, and connection to nature. And then I'm getting off of the page where I'm continuing to add items after the 5 slots that I'm allowed. And I'm like, human physiology, and So I think I kind of came up with a way to condense and boil down, what am I actually interested in? And the best way to kind of capture it all is just trying to explore, sounds really egotistical, but myself. So I kind of did this little guy here, and I'm just thinking about the different ways that I either am getting to know myself or ways that I want to get to know myself, and all of the different ways that I could kind of interpret that. Because it doesn't have to mean getting to know me specifically. That's part of it, but it's only a part. And I want to get to know myself as, say, a human. So getting to know what a human is. Getting to know myself as a millennial. What is a millennial? How has that affected my psychology to be born when I was? I want to get to know myself as an American. What does it mean to be an American? Because it means a very different thing to me than it does to somebody that isn't an American. What does that mean to, somebody that is my age, but, living in Iraq? That's a very different thing. And I want to get to know that side of myself better. And I can take it then in more of like a strict science kind of route. Like, what am I as a life form, you know, as an animal, as an earthling, you know, getting to know myself and my place in the universe. And the more, I think, the more I learn, the more I get to know, well, the better that experience is. And, you know, I wrote down the cliched phrase, but maybe it's true, and that is, to know is to love. And I like that because I want to love. So I like the idea of exploring all of these different avenues and different interpretations of myself. And, you know, it doesn't have to be, it's always going to be about helping the viewer do the same for themselves. And they can use my experience and my my mistakes and my successes and everything to just help their own journey. You know, I wrote down here some other ones, like my relationships, you know, as a son or a brother, as a father and a husband, and all of those things. What else do I have here? Oh, and then also just some things that I and humans are, like, oh, I'm fragile or durable, or I am a lover, I'm an athlete, a mammal, a neighbor, a friend, just all of these things that make me me. I want to explore it. And again, not so much specifically me, Dylan. That's part of it, but it's only part. It's being alive and wanting to know what's going on. So I really like that. And right now I'm kind of just chewing on this and seeing, okay, what can I call this? You know? And I'll probably be working on that one for a while. I want it to come to me right now, you know, on camera, live. I was going to try and do some sort of play on, like, self-help, but it's... I don't know if that's really the thought I want to evoke in people when they're seeing or hearing the name for the first time. I want it to be about exploring and discovering yourself, and then expanding that idea of self. So it's not just a very personal thing. It's more of a, oh yeah, I'm a Homo sapien, and I come from a long line of pack hunting, you know, hunter-gatherers, and finding out what that means for us, learning how that influences our psychology and our physiology, you know? And oh man, I like that. It's cool stuff. I just need a name. So I'm gonna think on that, and okay, I'm gonna call it there. Okay, thanks.